morning, Factory, Annabel Webb.
Using that.
And now with KSUM 705, now we can have you for our morning date with Annabel. Good morning, Annie.
Good morning to you, Rod, and good morning to you, Elsie and Kate. Good morning, Annie. Nice to see you gals again, and you're going to prove to us what is the force of friendship, believe me. Elsie, Langford. Yeah. Right. And Kate Winzenburg, what? From Truman, right. Elsie Langford and Kate Winzenburg both went on a trip to Germany. Perhaps you were with us when they were here the other day, but of course we didn't even get into East Germany, did we? Well, we just barely went over them. And so I did ask the gals if they would please come back because they have many more interesting stories to tell us. And first, in case you weren't with us the other day, perhaps we should review a little bit about what the Friendship Force is and how you two became interested and went on this most fascinating trip to Germany. And it was just Germany, wasn't it? It was just Berlin, yes. Just Berlin, that's right. All right. Who wants to start us out?
Well, I'll tell you what the Friendship Force is.
All right.
It was a group started by Jimmy Carter when he was governor of Georgia. And he and his wife took a group to South America, to Brazil. The idea is strictly, it's non-tourist. The idea is to learn how the people live and learn how, their customs, that type of thing. And we heard about it through Jean Blanker. And it's a
Can't be here this morning, I'm sorry to say.
And it's kind of a long, involved story, but she is the one who told us about this group. We applied and we were accepted. And it was a group out of Minneapolis. There were 254 people that went out of Minneapolis.
You have to apply, huh?
You have to apply, yes.
Does it depend upon your age and weight?
No,
not at all. They want different ages.
Yes.
They want a variety of people of all ages, so it's a family exchange.
Yes.
And the idea was that they loaded the plane up with 254 people from Minneapolis. We went through to Berlin. When we got off the plane, they loaded the plane up with 250 Berliners and brought them back to Minneapolis. So while we were in Berlin, they were in Minneapolis.
And you had host families there, and they
Right.
had host families here.
Right.
And that's the Friendship Force, and I think it really is very interesting. And when are some of the next things going to be occurring? Next Friendship Force trips, do you know? I think you mentioned them.
A friendship course trip going in October.
October.
Is it
Yes.
September or October? But they don't know where they are going to choose yet. At least we haven't heard.
Well, now, supposing somebody wanted to apply for that, I think you told us the last time how to do it, but I can't remember. Could they just call you to find out? Or
I think that's what we said. Call us
Be better, wouldn't
later on in the summer, probably, go through hearing.
They hope next year to have an exchange from Brewing and so perhaps some people
from this part of the area, from Minnesota. All right, then you could call either Elsie Langford at Truman then, or call Kate Winzenburg here in Fairmont, or call Jean Blanker if you never find her.
She's moving to Wilmer.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right, she's moving
Yes.
to Wilmer. Oh, dear. Well, I'm already there, close in that area. So that's Friendship Force, and now, maybe some of you listeners have some questions you want to ask that I didn't ask them either. To think of, because I certainly don't think of all of them always. But I know we were going to kind of review how some of your experiences in going into East Germany, wasn't that where we kind of left off?
with the wall.
With the wall.
Oh, very, really
East Germany is a communist system.
Yes, it is.
Excuse me, go ahead, Elsie.
And Berlin, West Berlin is completely surrounded by the wall. And there are the three major highways that you can enter into the city, and that is the only way. And they are patrolled constantly by police, and the security is very intense. It's difficult for you to get out of Berlin or into Berlin without being thoroughly interrogated.
And searched?
Yes, you are searched, and you have to, when I traveled by bus, you have to get out of the bus and you're assigned a number, and that number has to correspond with the name and our picture, and you would keep your passport, you check it very thoroughly when you were outside of the bus, and then you would get in the bus, and look in every available area, the luggage compartments, the bathroom facilities, even the little hospital and things that you were there and they had their gun on there, always with their guns, Tommy guns.
Must have felt good.
And they're big police dogs.
Police dogs?
Yes.
Wasn't that kind of scary?
Yes, in a way it was,
Or uneasy?
Uneasy, maybe.
I think he got more frustrated because of the delay.
I suppose.
I think it took us 8 hours to travel 120 miles that day because of the intense security.
Ah, my, that is a story. 8 hours for 120 minutes.
We went up to Hamburg and took a boat trip to Denmark, and it took us 22 hours for that, and most of it was because of that long, intense delay along the route.
The stopping for security reasons.
And,
What do they think they're going to find?
well, they want to make sure that the number of people that you stay on at bus there, so that you're not going to try to sneak someone from East Germany back into West Germany.
Oh, that's right. Because that was another story, somebody who tried to do that.
Yes, Gene was telling the story last time.
Hmm?
Gene Blanker told the
Yeah,
story last
last
time
time.
about them trying.
Do you remember?
Oh, let's see.
Oh, it was someone who had a girlfriend. He worked in West Germany, and when he came over in the morning to go to work, no one knew whatsoever that the wall would be closed that night and no one would be allowed to go back and forth. Whoever was on the east side had to stay there, whoever was on the west side had to stay there.
Yeah.
And this man from East Germany had a fiancée on the other side of the wall who he could not get to. When he went back that night, the wall was closed. And there was no way that he could get across. And he finally courted a girl from West Germany. And after a while, they were able to cross the wall and go into East Germany. And when he was over there, he courted a girl who looked just like his fiancée. And then
I
he got
forgot
over there,
that.
he ditched her and brought back his fiancée under her visa.
That
And
sounds almost like as the world turns, or one of the soap operas, doesn't it?
they go to any lengths to get back because they just do not want to live there.
In East Germany,
So,
as you can tell by.
it wasn't on his face.
Yes. Several days before we came to East Berlin, someone did manage to cross and escape the wall by hang gliding from East Berlin.
Hand gliding?
Hang gliding.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. And flew into West Berlin, just flew over the wall on hang glider.
was he caught?
No,
No.
they want to keep anybody there who is able to work, but after you're 65, you can leave because they don't want to support you anymore.
Where?
In East
In
Germany.
East Germany. Oh. Gee, I wouldn't have heard, would I?
I don't know whether it's
I'll stay right here and keep in this bread line. What?
I was going to say, I don't know whether we mentioned last time that everyone in East Berlin works the same number of hours for the same amount of pay, no matter what the job. There is no incentive at all over there. Everyone works, everyone earns the same amount of money.
Or they sit around and loaf on their job because
Yes.
they're paid.
They're paid whether they work or not.
Not like the piecework argument?
No.
Reconstruction in East Berlin is much behind
Yes.
Berlin because they.
Reconstruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of it is the incentive for working.
There is no incentive.
No. And many of the bombed out buildings that are still in sight are churches. Many of those at least are churches, and they are not rebuilding.
Because they just do not have the funds.
No. Well, let's join the bread line out at Madison Superland, shall we? They're going to have a regular circus out there. They've got a circus of values ready for you. That's right, all over the place. In the Fresher by Far produce department, beautiful avocados, 3 of them, for $1. And oh, they are so good. Don't you love avocados? I do too. And 3 heads of iceberg lettuce for 89 cents. Now that's a good buy. And that's from Madison Super Value at the Fairmont. In their own bakery department, and this is Madison's own bakery, and they make all of their own bakery goods, I'm trying to say. 2 loaves of rye bread for 99 cents, 4 1-pound loaves of white bread, Madison's enriched, for $1. That's 4 loaves of bread for $1. Okay? And in the delicatessen, nice, beautiful salads waiting for you to take them home to be eaten, and they're delicious, whether it's coleslaw, potato salad that you want, or baked beans, or what. Kidney bean salad is advertised here too. And then, of course, if you take along the coupons, you make just all kinds of savings. Savings on flour, on barbecue sauce, on brown sugar, but you must have the coupons to make those particular savings, of course. Paper plates, it's picnic time now. It's a good time to invest in paper plates. With the coupon, the regular dollar paper plates are 79 cents, and that's a good buy. And then where's the meat special? Oh, here it is. There's going to be pork chops and country-style ribs and whole pork loins are on special this weekend. The rest of this week at Madison Super Value. Country-style ribs are $1.19. The whole pork loins $1.29. Pork chops $1.39. That's rib-centered cut pork chops, and they are delicious. $1.39 a pound. That's the ones you made.
Oh.
Like the ones they made them in Germany, isn't that right?
Oh, those smoked pork chops, yes. They call them cutlets over in Germany, and they are just superior. They are so good.
How did you do it?
I guess I'm trying to remember how I made them. I think I made them out on the grill. I grilled them. Very low heat. And it's very, very good.
Did you have them several times over there?
Every day I have them.
It's so good over there.
That's what you said.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
What other foods would you pick out?
The bratwurst. Bratwurst and beer. And their bratwurst sandwiches are so unusual.
Yes.
A long bratwurst, like there's a little tiny bun right in the middle. The bratwurst sticks out on both.
More or less they use it as a holder. To hold the bratwurst, and they eat the bratwurst, from the end to the center and then the end to the center.
They wouldn't want the long johns that you can get them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're probably. Well, that's where the bratwurst would fit in.
Yes.
No, it wouldn't be long enough.
It wouldn't?
No.
These long johns are advertised at Madison Super Value. Yeah, 99 cents for a package of 6. I thought maybe the bratwurst. Did you bring any of that home?
No.
I don't
can't
think
very
it would
well.
be allowed.
No.
I don't believe you
No.
would, don't you? No sauerkraut?
Oh, yes, and it's much better than ours.
Oh, their food is beautiful. Everything was just excellent, and it was beautiful to look at, and the texture was just superior.
That's great. But you said the beer wasn't as good.
Oh, yes.
Oh!
We loved it.
Oh, did I ever did that one
Oh,
mixed
yeah.
Beer and wine.
The coffee was quite strong. It took a few days to get used to the coffee, but I started out putting cream in mine. I don't know whether anybody else did.
I didn't have to,
But by the second or third day, I decided I was brave enough to try it. And it's very, very good coffee, but it's very strong. It's hard to get used to American coffee again.
And the computerized coffee is very strong. Yes. And my folks home, I really enjoyed it.
This is Madison Super Value coffee.
Yes.
Very good. Yes. And then he's just bringing us some more. And we also have some of John Morrow's pumpkin bread, which he makes. He makes it from fresh pumpkin. He doesn't use canned pumpkin. He says it's no good.
You know, it's unusual in Germany. They do not use pumpkin to make pie. They pickle it in these crickets. And they were talking about crickets at this barbecue and made out of anything with pickles. And couldn't figure out which cricket was even after I ate it. They had to look it up in the book and it was pumpkin. It was pumpkin.
Well, how is it? Peeled then or what?
Yes.
In cubes. And pickled?
Pickled.
Very
How did it taste?
Oh,
Like
Well,
pumpkin. I liked it.
I wasn't that fond of it.
it reminded me of watermelon pickles.
Kind of.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love those.
About the same texture.
Well, then wouldn't the skin be on it?
No.
Well, I guess it isn't watermelon either. Is it? Come to think of it. That's another thing that's on it. Watermelon is available now. You know, and has the Super Value. And Bing cherries, I forgot to tell you about all those good things. All right, well, we'll be going on here in just a minute. Got something down here about yodeling.
Oh.
That's Elsie's story.
Who yodels?
Oh, the last morning. My family lived right on the Greenwald.
Oh, by the way, tell about your family. Excuse me.
First, Paul and Susie Betcher.
Yeah.
And they were government workers. And they had a 20-year-old daughter and a 22-year-old son who also lived with them. And the Betchers took off to work while I was there, so that I always had someone to escort me around. They were just marvelous.
That's all part of the Friendship Force program, isn't it? Your host family is very important. And now some of the members of your host family are coming here to visit you, aren't they, Elsie?
Yes, they are.
Isn't that wonderful?
Paul and Susie are flying to New York this Friday. And if they can't get gas to drive around the eastern part of the United States, which I'm kind of hoping they can. They're going to fly to Minnesota to visit me.
Oh, I hope
But
they
their
do.
daughter, Dobby, will spend the month of August with me. And
Maybe
next
that's
year, Klaus and Susie are going to come and spend the month with us.
for sure. Oh, how
They have a
marvelous.
camping van, and they love to camp there. And in a year or two, we'll fly over there and do the same with them.
Marvelous. Gee, I got a lot of good dates coming along for the air too, haven't I? And Kate, your host family, I'm coming back to you now in just a minute, but your host family,
Wolfgang
yeah.
and Brigitte Arndt and their son Stefan, who is going to be 16 on Monday.
and Stefan is coming, isn't he?
Stefan is coming as soon as school is out, which would be about the middle of July, and he will spend the summer with us.
Well, he ought to feel at home at the Winzenburg with 5
But all the boys, yes, he and John are about the same age.
Yeah.
He is just a beautiful boy. We enjoyed him so much. He speaks English very well, and he did much of our translating when we had problems communicating. He would translate for us.
You pronounce his name Stefan?
Stefan, his friends call him Steve. It is the German
Same
word
as
for
your
Steve,
son.
right? And his friends call him Steve. He does things that the American boys do. Skateboarding was a big activity of his. Riding bicycle. He is involved in sailing, and he entered a contest and was in France last year for his age group. I think it's similar to what you would call the butterflies, that type of a sailboat. And he entered international competition and was in France last year with his sailboat, and that is his main sport. And he's very good. He's got a beautiful little sailboat, and very nice. And his parents have a lot of him. They love sailing. They live on the Havel River. The Havel and the Spree are both rivers in Berlin. The Havel goes past Spandau, which is the Spandau, yes. That is where the Arndts live.
Berlin is pretty, isn't it?
Berlin is beautiful. It is very beautiful.
I know it. So
Flowers and fountains and
All
trees.
the streets are spotless. I never saw a gun wrapper. I never saw anything blowing on the street. And many, many times, even when Frank and I were driving through other parts of West Germany, we saw always women out with large brooms sweeping the sidewalks every morning.
yeah.
Constantly keeping things clean.
I know.
And this was a misconception that we had before we went. I'd like to talk just a little bit about some of the things that we were told about Germany before we went that were absolutely wrong. And I'm still finding that people, when I'm talking about our trip, people say, oh, but so-and-so told me that it was this way. It is no longer a dirty country, which is one thing that we were told. We were told that the people were dirty, that they did not keep themselves clean.
Oh, no.
And this is absolutely false.
Yes.
They were as clean as, they were just immaculate.
Yes.
They were very well dressed, clean clothing. The women all wore dresses. You did not see women in pantsuits or slacks.
And the main suits.
Right.
And ties and jackets.
They were
All t-shirts.
Yes, they were very immaculate people. We enjoyed seeing the people because they were so clean, and it was a pretty sight just to see them on the streets.
Any other misconceptions? I mean, misinformation?
Many.
You want to give them?
Think, well,
Or whoever does, I don't care.
Right now, I can't think of what.
okay, I remember something that they told us that they thought about us. All Americans eat with their feet on the table.
They laughed about
Oh,
They
that's
laughed about
funny.
that, and we don't know where that idea came from, but they asked us about it the first day we were there, if we didn't eat with our feet on the table, and I said, no, I never have. Where did you get that idea? Somewhere they got the idea that we ate with our feet on the table.
So it's a good exchange. They learn about us and we learn about them.
One thing that we were told was that in Germany, if you go into a restaurant and there are empty seats at a table, you are free to sit down with the people.
Yeah. If you ask
If
them.
you ask them. The first day we were there, our hostess said, could I ask you a question, please? She said, do you like to join strangers at a table in a restaurant? And I said, no, we don't do that. And she said, well, we were told that in America, you will join strangers at a table. And I said, well, we were told that in Germany, we were supposed to join strangers at a table. And this is absolutely not true in Berlin. It might be true in in the Bavaria part of Germany. I don't
There
know.
again, that's true only in the soap
Yeah.
operas, because I just saw him the other day. Walked up and asked if they could sit with me. And I don't know what's going to happen to poor Lisa.
Oh,
Anyway, if you want to be dressed, looking just the way you should be, do make a point to visit Ms. B's in St. James, which is a delightful fashion shop for all of us gals. Ms. B's in St. James features brand new sundresses and swimsuits, all kinds of jogging shorts and tops. Are you joggers, either one of you?
no.
Yeah.
You're healthy. Good for you. Jog suits, jogging shorts, and tops are available at Ms. B's in St. James. All kinds of sun tops and knit tops and terry tops and shorts and play suits with straps or strapless if you might dare to wear. Play suits with straps or without straps. I think I told that story yesterday with John. This fellow looked at the strapless dress and said, what keeps that up? And she said, well, public opinion, I think. That'll be just about it. Well, now let's get back to the yodeling with we. I
Yes.
turned away
Oh.
because I wanted to have our friends kind of get the picture of what you did when you were there and who took care of you. Go ahead.
Well, my family lived in Winzenburg, and it was right on the edge of the Grunewald. They lived right across from the Grunewald, the Green Forest, and we rode bicycle in there many, many miles, many days. And the last morning, I had to walk into the Grunewald for one last look. I walked down to the lake just below their house, and there was a man at 7 a.m. swimming naked in this lake, in the middle of the lake, yodeling at the top of his voice. It was really a nice send-off for me, yeah.
You should have asked him what keeps that up. No public opinion there. They all go swimming naked, don't they?
Oh, there are many naked beaches.
Or is that
over
another
there.
misconception?
No, there are. And it's really unusual. I think the morals over there are different from ours. They are more accepting of the natural human functions than what Americans are. We get upset, if we say we have to go to the bathroom or things like that. But they are very accepting of anything like this.
We should be, that's the
And
way
where
we're
young
made.
people live together before they are married, and that is very rarely accepted. But once they are married, their morals are very, very strict. And there's very little divorce over there. So, I don't know, maybe they don't.
Maybe they have the key, huh?
I don't know. You really wonder with all the divorces that we have here.
There is much nudity in
Yeah.
their newspapers and in their magazines
On
and
the
on
public
television.
pages.
Yes, they accept this.
And
This
no
is
one
nothing
thinks
weird.
anything of it. If they're going to change clothes, they just change right there on the beach.
Our host family has a summer cottage, I suppose you call it, up in the North Sea on an island called Silt. And there are many nude bathing beaches there, and they would bathe in the nude or sunbathe in the nude on the beach. This was hard for me to accept at first, and they said at first it was hard for them. But the longer they were there, the easier it became for them. And their son has been raised this way also, and they accept the human body in its natural state.
Well, all right. That's very healthy out there, though. Well, let's see. Would you like to hear John Morrow yodel again this morning? He doesn't yodel, no, but we do have a recording of John Morrow and that very fine quartet that, and they recorded an album, and we have two of the recordings available for this morning because I thought you would like to hear them. So many people called yesterday to say how marvelous that recording those singers are. John Morrow, as you know, is the lay assistant at our Grace Lutheran Church here in Fairmont. He is also in charge of all of the bloodmobile activities, getting it all set up and helping take care of the appointments and so on. And he's doing a wonderful job. Remember, the bloodmobile is at the Veteran of Foreign Wars Hall today from 1 until 7 this evening. To make an appointment, you can call either of these numbers, and it is nice if you do make an appointment. They do appreciate it. 235-3658 or 235-9645. Or if you can't make an appointment, of course they do welcome walk-ins and take care of you, I'm sure, because they are very efficient and doing a wonderful job, and congratulations to John for the fine work that he's doing. So let's pause for just a moment now and bring to you the next number on this album, which is Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. Here's John Morrow and the quartet. Isn't that a beautiful big quartet? John, of course, John Morrow. And if we have time, at the end of the program, we'll bring you the beautiful recording that they made of Who Touched Me. Well, if your chariot's been spinning a little low and needs a little repair, why don't you go ahead and get some help and repair it? No. If you do need any home improvement, though, any remodeling, remember your good friends who are always ready to help you at Fairmont Federal Savings and Loan Association. They've been building and growing in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa ever since 1891, as I'm sure you all know. And they're very happy to issue a home improvement loan. And, or if you wish to invest in a new home, ask about a personalized home loan from Fairmont Federal Savings and Loan Association. They're very conveniently located in downtown Fairmont at 115 West First Street. And if you get in the habit of saving with Fairmont Federal Savings and Loan Association, then you can invest in a new chariot. No, but you'll have funds ready and on hand so you can, for example, go on the next friendship course trip or whatever. Well, that's right.
Start saving.
Yeah, start saving.
That's a reasonable way to go.
Right. You wouldn't start out on a long car trip without a spare tire, says Fairmont Federal Savings and Loan Association. So why go through life without a savings account? Start one today. 115 West First Street in downtown Fairmont. I saw you and Elsie and Kate kind of comparing notes here, so go ahead with some of those points that you wanted to make about the German people and so on.
One of the things that impressed all of us was the family love that they have for each other. There was so much consideration for every member of the family, and they used to meet and put their arms around each other and just show affection.
Show affection. You thought they were were going to be austere and cold, maybe? Why did we get that idea?
I don't know either, but we were told that the Germans were not affectionate and were very cold people. And this was another thing that was not true.
Yeah.
They were very warm and they were very friendly, and we were on a first name basis immediately. We were told not to be upset if they called us Mr. and Mrs. It was never that way. Right from the beginning, we were Frank and Kate and we're Elsie, and it was always on a first name basis, very relaxed. And they also, my host family, also showed much affection for each other. The son, he came to kiss both of his parents when he came home from school, and kissed them both good night when they went somewhere. He had prepared an excellent report at school and gotten a top grade. He received a kiss and also a monetary gift from his father.
There was much handshaking
Yes.
when the young people came in. They shook
Much.
hands with every older person in the room when they arrived and when they leave.
Show respect.
If this is not a member of the family.
That's another thing. They do have great respect for their elders.
Yes, and much handshaking among friends also. When you see someone for the first time that day, everyone shakes hands.
Good morning. Good morning.
They asked us about that. They wanted to know if we did this in America, and I said no. And they wondered if maybe it wasn't uncomfortable, and I said no. It was beautiful to see.
Lovely.
It was beautiful to see.
Well, you can go to the open house over at Flitter's Dairy Farm and shake hands with all of your friends, too. That's going to be this weekend. I want to be sure to get this on for you. Because Flitter's Dairy Farm is really a very, very interesting place and a very unusual place. It is a dairy farm. It's 5 miles south of Madelia on Highway 15. Actually, they have a big cheese house, and they do make and manufacture, well, I guess you wouldn't manufacture, but they make cheese, some of the most gorgeous Gouda cheese, and Gouda cheese with caraway seeds. Oh, it's just, I have some here now. It's too hard for me to get it out right now for you.
I have eaten.
Isn't it though? And they're doing a tremendous job. We're going to have a date with them, with the people of Flitter's Dairy Farm next week. So you can, if you would like to call, you need to hear more about them, understand more about their very interesting work. The cheese house, however, is located 5 miles south of Madelia on Highway 15.
You turn east on County Road 26, just before the junction. And you will be given a tour of the vat area, the cooking, that's the cooking place, of the cooler area, and you will see a complete picture display of how cheese is made right to the finished product. They make Gouda cheese and Gouda cheese with caraway seed. And the open houses are Saturday, June the 9th, from 10 until 5, 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Sunday, June the 10th. A great mattress sale is on to the Discount Furniture Warehouse, which is south of Fairmont on Highway 15, right next to Gibson. And every one of those mattresses has a special reduction. There are many different types of mattresses, as you know, depending upon their firmness, whether they're extra firm or just normal firmness or medium firmness. But anyway, whatever type you need and want for your home and for your bed, you could save anywhere from $40 to $100 per set right now. And this is the last day. This is the Discount Furniture Warehouse on Highway 15, south of Fairmont, right next to the Gibson store. They are all a part of the operation of Fairmont Furniture. And Fairmont Furniture on Courthouse Hill, of course, is a standing special right now, too. All of the Lane cedar chests are still reduced in price, anywhere from $30 to $50 off from the regular price. And Fairmont Furniture is located very conveniently on our beautiful Courthouse Hill, right here in Fairmont, Minnesota. There we go. And I have Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church down here. What do I have that down for?
Oh, that's a beautiful church downtown Berlin. The church itself was ruined during the war, the original structure. And instead of tearing down the remains, they left it as a memorial to the war. And they built a new church around it, and it is just gorgeous.
We attended church services there on Sunday, and it was an ecumenical service. The church itself is Lutheran, it's a Lutheran church. And of course the service was mostly in German. He did say a few things in English, so we didn't understand what was being said, but it was beautiful. The music was beautiful.
Well, that would be any worse than try to understand folk.
Latin, yes.
Did you have something else you wanted to give, though? Yeah, that I
wanted to tell about the school system.
That's right.
Very quickly.
I've got it down here.
Goes to school from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day. He comes home and has his lunch at home. There are no hot lunches served at school. Sometimes he takes sandwiches with him. They have a 10-minute break during the day, and that's all.
That's your husband Frankie would like that.
Maybe. There's one thing that was interesting. All students must go outside for fresh air during their break time. They have 2 breaks during the day, 10 minutes each, and all of the students must go outside. Also, while we were there, it was very warm. It was in the 80s. And if the temperature reaches, I think, 80 degrees at 10 a.m. in the morning, school is dismissed automatically.
Say, would you tell that to the sisters there? I used to suffer through those days.
Yes.
And you can't learn a thing, and you can't teach a thing.
Right.
You just stand there and disintegrate.
Their weather is more moderate than ours.
Yes. It didn't feel as hot as our 80 degree temperature.
Well, that's all the more reason we should be out.
Yes.
Dismissed. Okay.
I wanted to tell something about the airlift. The people of Berlin treated us very well, and I think some of that is because they are so pleased that the Americans assisted them during the airlift. There are many memorials there to the Americans. Many streets are named for us. There's even an Uncle Tom Street, which just amazed me. And I asked them, how come you have an Uncle Tom Street? And they said, well, that's what American people, you know.
Uncle Tom Street.
Isn't
that fun?
Yeah. They are very considerate of the Americans, and I think much of that is because of our assistance.
I don't think that we ever realized the influence that the Americans have on, especially the Berliners. An example of that is when I tried to buy T-shirts for my sons over there, and it took me 2 days of searching to find anything in a German T-shirt. Everything was University of Pennsylvania or Florida State, or all American T-shirts.
Yeah.
Popcorn. We were told they did not eat popcorn. Not true. They had popcorn stands all over Berlin.
Sure,
they had corn on the cob stands all over Berlin, and they were eating corn on the cob. This was something else we were told that they said were only for the animals, and they love it. And that shows the American influence, especially in Berlin itself.
But they were surprised that Minnesota corn gets over 8 foot tall.
Yes.
That's cute. Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to say goodbye after all.
because time does go so fast. I just want to remind you, if you're having any trouble with your heating problems, if you have any problems with heating, you can go to see the Fairmont Glass and Sign Products new Energy Miser fireplace by Freeway. It has the glass doors. It's very easy to install in your home. It's available in two sizes, 28-inch or 36-inch. And there's a complete line of built-in and freestanding fireplaces waiting for you at Fairmont Glass and Sign Products. Fairmont Glass and Sign Products also feature a marvelous selection of some beautiful mirrors and wall groupings, pictures, and so on for you to decorate your home and make those walls more interesting. If you'd like to call Fairmont Glass and Sign Products and have them come in and help you decide what you want where in the matter of a wall grouping, call 235-6619. That is Fairmont Glass and Sign Products. They're in the west part of Fairmont, actually on Highway 16. 1240 Lake Avenue is the address, but they're very easy to find. And since we do have the opportunity to have this other recording of John Morrow and the quartet, I think we should take advantage of it, don't we? Because it is a beautiful, beautiful number. The number He Touched Me, and I do wish to thank you two gals again for coming back. Kate Winzenburg and Elsie Langford, and let us know about the next friendship course. All right. And now we will close and say bye-bye for this morning with the beautiful number He Touched Me with John Morrow and the quartet.